Hey there, crewmates. We're back here again with today's feature match. Another game between our Kaido blue-purple and our Luffy green-red. I'm going to go ahead and commentate over this again for you so you know what's going on in the action.
Alright, it's going to start off with me. I'm going to play Saboti. And I'm going to go ahead and check the top 5.
Very nice consistency card when you're trying to get some specific pieces like this Nami, for instance. You definitely want to start with that. So playing a playset of Saboti with Nami gives you 8 copies of Nami, essentially.
I'm going to go ahead and add Nami to my hand.
I'm going to pass it over to me. I'm going to get my 2 Dawn. I'm going to go ahead and play a Perona down. Let me look at the top 5 cards, see what I got going on, rearrange them. Very nice early game play. Lets you see what you got going on in the future. Maybe get some cards sooner than you would have gotten them originally.
Gonna go ahead and draw for turn.
Passing it back to the Luffy.
And I'm gonna add my 2 Dawn. And I'm gonna tap 3 to play Robin.
So Robin's definitely a threat.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack Leader for 5.
It's a little early in the game, so I'm going to block that with a spare Perona that I had in my hand. We're going to pass it back over to Kaido. Going up to 4 Dawn this turn. Let's see what we're going to do about this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attach a Dawn to my Kaido leader to make his skill active. And I'm going to pay 3 to play Who's Who. So I get to pop the Robin before she starts getting going. And I get to trigger my leader's ability to ramp 1. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 back, which I did, afterwards. So it keeps me at still 4 static Dawn, which is good. And I think I'm going to put my extra Dawn that I just got under my leader and swing at Luffy for 7.
I'm going to go ahead and take that damage. I want to save some cards in my hand.
And after that, I'm going to pass it back over to Luffy.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stand everything, gonna draw for turn, gonna add all my Dawn, and then think about what I'm gonna play next. Gonna go ahead and tap 1 for Nami to get the search off of her, look at the top 5. Get Zoro.
Zoro's a very good rush card.
I'm usually looking for rush cards. That's usually what I want to get in this deck. And then I'm going to go ahead and tap 3 and play Zoro. Gonna go ahead and put a Dawn underneath him to make him 6, so he's a little bit harder to guard. And I'm going to attack into Kaido.
I'm going to go ahead and snap take that. Don't want to guard too much.
Gonna go ahead and do another attack with Luffy for 5.
Now, Luffy is just 5,000. So I'm going to go ahead and guard that with a Jack. Don't want to take too much damage. And then it's going to pass back over to Kaido. I'm going to be sitting at 6 Dawn this turn. So the Zoro's a threat. Probably going to try and get rid of him. I'm going to put 2 Dawn under my Kaido. I already used the Who's Who, so I probably don't have another one yet to try and just automatically kill this Zoro. I'm going to go ahead and swing at the Zoro, try and get him off the board.
And I'm going to go ahead and let him go.
That triggers my Kaido ability, lets me ramp 1. Then I'm going to go ahead and pay 3 for my Onigashima stage card. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that, which lets me ramp another time this turn. Then I'm going to pass it back over to Luffy.
I'm going to go ahead and stand everything, get my Dawn for the turn, and consider what I'm going to do next. grab Round Table. A little oopsie there on my part, didn't notice.
So Bonney and Nami can grab any number of cards in this green-red Luffy deck. We definitely put a lot of search targets in, so there's a variety of cards you can get off of them.
Gonna go ahead and play Robin to start setting her up for next turn.
Robin, very scary, can clear both my Who's Who and my Perona if she's able to attack.
Gonna go ahead and put 2 Dawn underneath Luffy and attack leader.
Gonna go ahead and tap 2 and play my Love Beam. Makes me a 9k. And since I'm low enough in hand, I can draw a card off that. Passing back over to Kaido. I think I'm going to be at max 10 Dawn this turn, thanks to ramping last turn. So I'm going to put 1 under Kaido, make sure his ability's live, and I'm going to tap 9 and play the big boy 9-drop Kaido. Which I'm immediately going to use to take care of that Robin so that she doesn't start getting going. Which will then proc my leader Kaido, so I can ramp 1 back. And then I'm going to use my Onigashima to go ahead and ramp another time so I can go ahead and balance some of that Dawn that I just negged off of the 9-drop. And the 9-drop, of course, has Rush when I use that skill, so he's going to be able to swing this turn also. I'm going to use my Perona efficiently to smack into the Bonney so it can't get more search power off. I'm going to put that extra Dawn under my Kaido leader and go for a 7 at the Luffy leader.
And I'm considering guarding that, which I'm going to.
Hard guard for 8, and then I'm going to throw my big beat stick, and you're not hard guarding that unless you want to drop your whole hand.
No, I am definitely taking that.
That's a snap take. That's 6,000 guard for those of you wondering.
And it goes back over to me, and I'm going to draw. And counting out my Dawn here, just thinking about what I maybe want to do. Gonna go ahead and play 4 for Round Table.
So I was going to go ahead and drop my big Kaido down to 0 power for the turn, unfortunately.
Then I'm gonna use the rest of my Dawn to summon the 5-drop Luffy.
Also has a Rush, so he is immediately a threat.
Gonna attack Kaido with Nami.
Because Nami is threatening my Kaido because it has 0 power, and I don't want to have to guard that, so I'm just going to let him go.
And gonna attack Kaido for 6.
Thinking about if I want to do, I'm just going to go ahead and take that.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and swing again at Kaido for 5.
Now that's just a 5k, so I'm going to go ahead and guard with a Jack. Call that attack a no-go, and then I'm going to stand and go ahead and take the turn, passing back to Kaido. Alright, so unfortunately my 9-drop got cleared really fast. So I'm going to have to go ahead and see what else I can do here. My offense is pretty low at the moment because of that, but my Perona is going to swing at Nami.
We're gonna let Nami go.
Go ahead and just get some clear board if I can. No reason not to. And go ahead and put 1 under, put 2 under Kaido. His effect is now live if something gets KO'd, which not really particularly important at the moment because I'm pretty much at max mana anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and try and get this Luffy off the board immediately, but that will trigger the Kaido, and I think that puts me to 10. Which is why I haven't used Onigashima yet. I'm actually going to attack with Who's Who this turn by putting 2 Dawn under him, makes him a 5k.
And I'm going to go ahead and hard guard that.
I definitely could have put 1 under the Kaido before swinging at the Perona, but I guess I just didn't think of it at the time. But I'm going to go ahead and play a blocker in Doflamingo, try and set up a little bit of defense, and then pass it over back to Luffy.
Alright, gonna go ahead and get the rest of my Dawn, draw for turn, and gonna play 1 for Bonney again, and gonna go ahead and tap her.
So Bonnie's back on the board.
Gonna go ahead and search, and I'm gonna grab Law.
Very good blocker.
And I'm gonna go ahead now
Zoro's back, and I'm gonna have to deal with him again.
Gonna go ahead and attack with Zoro at leader.
That's a 5k, so think about if I want to guard that. It's just a 1-card guard if I want to guard it. I'm gonna block with Dofi and go ahead and take that.
I'm gonna go ahead and activate the red green Luffy's effect and restand Zoro for 6k and attack at leader.
So now that he's buffed, it's gonna be a little bit harder to guard unless I have a 2k. I'm gonna go ahead and tap one and pay Bolo Breath. Makes me a 9k. Go ahead and guard that.
And then I'm gonna use Luffy to attack Who's Who.
And that Who's Who is gone. I'm not gonna worry about guarding him. Essentially, Who's Who was just a blocker at that point. I don't need him around.
I'm gonna pass it back to Kaido over here.
So I'm gonna go back up to 10 Dawn this turn. See if I have something else going on. I'm gonna go ahead and tap 10 for my bigger boy Kaido. He's 10 drop and he's gonna wipe the board.
Not much I can do about that.
And Perona is going to be collateral damage as well. Go ahead and tap my Onigashima. Go ahead and ramp one back up. I'm going to swing for 5 with Kaido leader.
And I'm going to go ahead and activate Radical Beam.
That goes ahead and makes her a 9k. Easy guard. I'm going to pass back over to Luffy.
Gonna restand all my Dawn, restand my leader. And I'm gonna go ahead and play 5 for Law.
Gotta get that blocker out on the board. Try and deal with this 12 drop.
Yes, I do. Gonna go ahead and summon a Zoro too.
Unfortunately, with no board, the Law wasn't able to use its secondary effect.
Yeah, which is sad, but I needed a blocker on the field. I'm gonna go ahead and attack your leader for 6k with.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that one.
And I'm gonna attack with Zoro for 6k as well.
I'm gonna go ahead and block that with a Mihawk, which has 2,000 guard, so it makes me a 7k.
And then I'm gonna have to pass it back to you.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go back over to the Kaido side. I'm gonna go up to 7 Dawn this turn, I believe. I'm gonna try and, do my ramping this turn also, try and get back up to 10 as fast as possible. And go ahead and put one under my leader, so his effect is online if anything dies this turn. Which, with a 12 drop on board, is definitely going to happen. He is definitely killing something. I'm gonna swing at Zoro for 6k.
I'm gonna go ahead and block with Law and add one more, so he becomes 7k to guard.
That way the Law does not die in that block. And then my 12,000 Kaido is kind of just looking over at the field, and he's just going to kill whatever he looks at.
Yeah, there goes Zoro.
And then that's going to trigger my Kaido leader, and he's going to ramp one into an active. I'm going to go ahead and pay 5 full Queen, get up some defense. So I Negadon, and I draw 2, and then I discard 1. So now I have a nice, powerful blocker on the field, help me get a little bit of stability going. I'm going to use my Onigashima, ramp 1 more, so I'm never too low on Dawn. I'm going to go ahead and pay 1 for a second blocker in the 1-drop Trafalgar Law. So now I got a decent amount of board presence with some blockers and stuff. I'm going to use my last Dawn to play Perona and see what I got coming on in the next top 5 cards of my deck. After that, I'm going to go ahead and pass.
I'm going to go ahead and restand everything. I'm going to draw for turn. I'm immediately going to pay 1 for Nami. Use Nami's search effect. Considering what I need to get for the situation I'm in at the moment, I'm gonna get 5-drop loop.
Now that is something I definitely do not want to see when I have 2 blockers out. But it does take a amount of investment to turn on that no block skill.
I'm gonna go ahead and play 5 for the 5-drop loop. And I'm gonna go ahead and just attack with him.
Alright, thankfully his skill's not online, so I'm going to go ahead and block that with my Law.
And I'm gonna go ahead last of my Dawn to restand him and attack leader. And that's just why I didn't use the skill, because I wanted to restand to attack again. So I didn't want to use the
So that's a 7k attack, so I'm going to go ahead and take that, because that's a pretty hefty amount of guard that I'd have to use.
And I'm going to go ahead and attack with Luffy for 5k.
Queen is a 6k blocker, so I can go ahead and block that, and he'll live.
And I'm going to pass it on back to Kaido.
So all my guys get to restand. I'm going to go up to full Dawn this turn. I'm going to go ahead and tap 5. Play a second Queen at -1 Dawn. Get to draw 2, discard 1. Go ahead and get my defense going again. Because at no life, I can't afford to be taking any more damage. Pop one under my Kaido, see if I can get a ramp, since I did put one back with the Queen. I'll go ahead and swing, and whatever I swing at is dying. With 12,000 power, so I get to ramp 1 with my leader Kaido. Go ahead and clear that the 5-drop loop, because he is a threat. Then I'm going to go ahead and think about swinging with the leader, see if I want to make him any stronger, but no, I'm going to go for 6,000 at the leader.
I'm going to go ahead and take that.
Not comfortable possibly losing the law to that one. And I am going to go ahead and pay 3 for another Doflamingo. Check top 5. Rearrange him, put him back, and he is another blocker, so I'm just trying to wall up a little bit right now. I don't have a very big hand size, and I have no life, so I need all the blockers that I can get.
I'm going to go ahead, restand my Luffy, and restand my Dawn. I'm going to draw for turn. And I'm going to play 1 for Saboti. I'm going to go ahead and search for Zoro.
One of the advantages of this green-red Luffy deck is with all these rushers, you can have no field presence and still put out an average of 3 attacks a turn, even with no board prior to your turn.
I'm going to go ahead, play 3 for Zoro. I'm going to go ahead and put a Dawn underneath Zoro as well to make him a 6k because of his blocker, so that's a very good number at the moment.
I'm going to go ahead and block that with Dofi, so he's going to die.
I'm going to go ahead and restand the Zoro for 7k. And swing.
Zoro with 7k. I'm going to go ahead and block with one of my queens. He's going to go down to that.
I'm going to go ahead and attack with Luffy for 5k.
The leader is just 5k, so Queen comfortably blocks that and doesn't die.
I'm going to use my last Dawn and tap out for Chopper. And I'm going to pass it on back to Kaido.
Alright, so my wall up effectively made it so I didn't die this turn, so I got another turn. And hopefully I can wall up again. We're going to swing with Big Boy Kaido, so something's dying, either Chopper, Law, or Zoro.
And it's going to be Chopper.
Chopper being the most expendable card on that board at the moment. Especially when you can block a 12,000 Kaido with it. I'm going to go ahead and get my Perona prepped to attack, giving her 4 Dawn, makes her a 6,000 power. And she's going to take out her husbando and Zoro over there. Make my big Kaido leader 7k, swing at Luffy.
I'm going to block that with Law.
It looks like the Law is finally going to go down, so all of her blockers have been dealt with. I'll go ahead and tap 1, play a Law, so I have another blocker out, wall up a little bit.
And then I'm going to go ahead, put out my Dawn, stand my leader, and draw for turn. And
so right now I'm hoping my blockers can get me through to another turn.
I'm going to go ahead and play... Not sure what I want to do, I guess.
Go ahead and organizing the Dawn, make sure. Oh, we're going in with Nami.
Yes.
It's like, I'm not exactly sure how many Dawn is under that, just by looking. Let's see, if you're
5.
max, it's 5, because there's 4 left. So, swinging with Luffy first for 6.
Yes.
I'm going to block that with Law.
I'm going to go ahead and...
Nami is a 7k, I believe.
Yes.
I got to block that with Queen.
I'm going to tap 4 to restand Nami.
Nami is an 8,000 power, coming at my leader. going through things, and unfortunately, I do not have the cards in hand to guard 3,000. That would be a 4K block. So this round goes to the red-green Luffy leader. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's feature match, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time, guys. Thank you for watching.